For millennia, the Euphrates River has been a cradle of civilization, a marker of ancient empires, and a name that flows through the pages of scripture. But that same river has been guarding a secret. Now, as its waters recede to historic lows, something is emerging from the mud. A city lost for thousands of years is seeing the light of day again. Archaeologists thought they had the Bronze Age pretty much figured out, the rise and fall of its people, the limits of their world. But what they're finding inside these perfectly preserved homes is changing our entire understanding of the ancient world. What kind of technology did these people really have? Why did their sprawling cities just vanish beneath the waves? And what other secrets are lying in wait as the river gives up its dead? The answers are challenging everything we thought we knew. What's being pulled from the dried-up bed of the Euphrates has left people speechless, and today we're peeling back the layers of mud and time to see what's inside. The discoveries aren't just rewriting history, they're revealing a world more complex and mysterious than we ever imagined. The story really kicks off with an absence, the slow, steady disappearance of water. The Euphrates, one of the two rivers that defined Mesopotamia, is shrinking. Thanks to a combination of prolonged drought, massive dam operations, and the undeniable pressures of climate change, its levels have dropped like a stone over the past few years. For many, this is a crisis. For archaeologists, though, it's an opportunity they've never seen before. As the waterline pulls back, it's like a curtain rising on a stage that's been dark for centuries, even millennia. This isn't the first time the river has offered a peek into its submerged past. Back in the 1980s, receding waters uncovered the Neolithic settlement of Muribet, a site that totally changed our understanding of early farming and human settlement. But what's happening now is on a whole other level. We're not talking about one settlement. Across Syria, Iraq, and Turkey, dozens of ancient sites are emerging from the river's grasp. The first reports were staggering, almost hard to believe. At first, it was just the faint outline of submerged graves on a clear day, hinting at a huge Byzantine-era cemetery on the river's eastern bank in Syria. But it was soon obvious this was just the beginning. The area might hold the remains of hundreds of Syriac Christian monasteries, silent for ages under the water. Then reports of Assyrian Empire grave sites started to surface, pushing the timeline back even further. It didn't take long to realize the river was a massive underwater museum of human history. We're seeing evidence of cultures from the Bronze Age all the way to the Byzantine period, all laid bare by the retreating water. The real puzzle, the mystery that has scientists and historians working around the clock, is the condition of these discoveries. These aren't just scattered ruins or piles of rubble. In many places, archaeologists are finding entire cities with their buildings, palaces, and homes almost perfectly preserved. It's as if the people who lived there simply walked away one day, fully expecting to come back. The river didn't destroy these places, it entombed them, creating a time capsule that we're opening for the very first time. And what was inside is telling a story that defies everything we thought we knew. Among the most spectacular of these emerging ghosts is the ancient city of Zeugma in modern-day Turkey. Now, Zeugma isn't a totally new discovery. It was partially flooded by the construction of the Birechik Dam years ago, and has been the site of frantic rescue excavations ever since. But the current receding water is exposing parts of the city archaeologists thought were lost for good. To get why Zeugma is so important, you have to understand the power and wealth of the ancient world. This wasn't some remote outpost. At its height, Zeugma was a buzzing hub of commerce, military might, and culture. Picture a city of tens of thousands sitting right on the banks of the Euphrates, acting as a bridge between the Greco-Roman world and the Persian Empire. It was a key gateway to the east. Roman legions marched through its gates, and its markets were filled with goods from all over the known world. The city's elite, wealthy officials and merchants, built stunning villas along the riverfront. And it's inside these homes that the most breathtaking discoveries have been made. As archaeologists carefully clear away layers of silt and mud, they're uncovering some of the most intricate and beautiful Roman mosaics ever found. If this content blesses you and you'd like to support our mission, you can buy me a coffee or give a super thanks. Every contribution helps us create more content to inspire and uplift others. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my future videos. These aren't just simple patterns, they're stunning works of art. They show scenes from Greek mythology, portraits of gods, and geometric designs so vibrant they look like they were laid down yesterday. These mosaics were the floors of grand dining rooms and courtyards, a flashy testament to the wealth and sophisticated taste of Zeugma's residents. Finding just one villa like this would be the discovery of a lifetime. In Zeugma, they're finding them one after another. But what about the people who paid for all this art? What was their life like? The villas themselves give us clues. They're sprawling complexes with internal courtyards, private baths, and surprisingly advanced plumbing. They speak of a life of luxury and comfort that would give our own a run for its money. And yet, the question that haunts archaeologists is why it all ended. The evidence suggests Zeugma wasn't violently destroyed. Instead, like so many sites emerging from the Euphrates, it seems it was abandoned in an orderly way. The inhabitants packed up their most precious things and just left. Was it a looming military threat? A shift in trade routes that spelled economic doom? Or did they see the water starting to rise and make a calculated choice to move to higher ground? Zeugma is a powerful reminder that even the greatest cities can be swallowed by time. But its re-emergence is now rewriting the story of Roman life on the empire's edge. While a city like Zeugma shows off the wealth and artistry of an empire at its peak, other discoveries along the Euphrates reveal something even more fundamental, something that challenges how we picture ancient capabilities. We've often imagined early civilizations in a constant, desperate struggle for survival. But what if they were masters of their environment on a scale we're only now beginning to grasp? As we go further back in time, into the heartland of ancient Mesopotamia in modern-day Iraq, satellite and drone imagery have revealed a truly mind-boggling discovery that was hidden in plain sight. This wasn't a city of villas and mosaics, but something far more vital, a vast, interconnected network of canals. Archaeologists have mapped over 200 primary canals, some stretching for 5 miles, all branching off the Euphrates. These main arteries then fed a web of over 4,000 smaller branches, creating an irrigation system that watered more than 700 farms. This isn't just a small community digging a ditch. This is sophisticated, large-scale hydraulic engineering, dating back as far as the 6th millennium BCE. Let's just stop and think about what that actually means. The entire system was gravity-fed. This means ancient engineers, without any modern surveying equipment, had to calculate the perfect gradients for water to flow from the river, across the floodplain, and into the fields, all by using the natural slope of the land. They built up levees and managed the flow to create a massive agricultural landscape that could support the world's first cities. This is the blueprint of civilization itself. The discovery of this network forces us to ask new questions. What kind of society could organize a project this huge? It would have required centralized planning, a deep understanding of math and engineering, and the ability to mobilize a massive workforce. And this wasn't a one-and-done project. Canals need constant maintenance, dredging, and management. It implies a level of social and political organization far more advanced than we've given societies of this era credit for. On top of that, analysis suggests the canals weren't all operated at once, pointing to a system that was adapted and managed over centuries, maybe even millennia. This wasn't a static achievement, but a living, evolving system. Just like zeugma, the canals show evidence of careful planning. Many seem to be aligned in specific directions, maybe for ritual purposes or just for maximum efficiency, but the orderliness is undeniable. They show a people who weren't just surviving in their environment, but actively shaping and mastering it. The receding waters of the Euphrates aren't just revealing ruins, they're revealing the very foundations of complex society. As we move from the grand scale of cities and canals to the smaller, personal objects left behind, the story gets even more compelling. The receding river isn't just exposing huge structures, it's giving up the everyday items that connect us directly to the people who lived and died along its banks. And some of these discoveries are so ancient, they feel like they come from the very dawn of human history. In eastern Turkey, at a site called Tadım Hoyuk, another treasure has been pulled from the earth. It's a small, unassuming object made of stone, but it represents a huge leap in human development. It's a stone seal dated to around 5,500 BCE, making it about 7,500 years old. A seal isn't just a carved stone, it's a concept. It's one of the earliest known tools for administration and identity. The owner of this seal could press it into clay to mark their property, authorize a transaction, or certify what was inside a container. It's the ancient equivalent of a signature, a symbol of ownership in a world that was just starting to grapple with those ideas. Finding a seal this old in the upper Euphrates basin is a game changer. It confirms that organized society in this region goes way back, solidifying it as one of Anatolia's earliest centers of settlement. These weren't simple, scattered tribes. These were people engaged in trade, who owned property and who needed a system to manage their economic lives. At the same site, archaeologists also found a bull-headed altar from a later period, suggesting this spot was a hub for both trade and ritual. And these whispers from the past come from many different eras. In Iraq, the river has fully exposed the ancient city of Talbes, which was swallowed by water near the town of Aina. It's just one of at least 80 sites that have emerged in Iraq alone, their buildings reappearing as if from a dream. In Turkey, the waters around Ain revealed the mysterious Hastek Castle, a pre-Christian structure with Greek inscriptions, its temple-like pillars standing starkly against the dry riverbed. The sheer variety of these discoveries is what makes the situation so profound. The Byzantine cemeteries in Syria speak of a vibrant Christian culture. Nearby, Assyrian graves push the timeline of continuous settlement even further back. Together, these finds paint a portrait of the Euphrates as a constant, central artery for human life across countless generations. From the earliest stone seals to the grand mosaics of Roman villas, From the engineering marvels of Mesopotamian canals to the solemn graves of Byzantine monks, the river has seen it all. Now, as it pulls back, it's inviting us to look upon this incredible, continuous story for the first time. Headlines about the Euphrates River drying up often shout about panic, prophecy, and fear. But if you look closer, you realize something truly important is happening. What's being revealed in the Euphrates isn't just about water disappearing, it's about meaning surfacing. For thousands of years, we've told stories about this river. It's mentioned in Genesis as a river flowing from Eden. It marked the boundary of empires and the birthplace of writing, law, and the city itself. Now we're learning the reality is even more incredible than the legends. The discoveries of the last few years are fundamentally changing our perception of the past. We're not talking about myths of lost cities anymore. We're talking about the real remains of Zeugma, with its breathtaking mosaics. We're talking about the 7,500-year-old stone seal from Tudum Hoyuk, a symbol of identity that pushes back the dawn of administration. And we're talking about the incredible canal networks of Eridu, a blueprint for civilization engineered with a sophistication that is just stunning. These aren't just scattered artifacts. They form a picture of a world that was far more interconnected, advanced, and resilient than we ever gave it credit for. The evidence suggests many of these places weren't destroyed, but were abandoned with foresight, their people moving on to build new lives. It's a story of continuity, not just collapse. The river preserved their world, and now it's offering it back to us. For the first time, we are reading lost pages from the autobiography of humanity, written in stone, mosaic, and mud. The great mystery is no longer just what these cities were, but what lessons they hold for us today. As the waters continue to fall, what other secrets are waiting to see the sun for the first time in millennia? What do you think is the most incredible discovery to emerge from the Euphrates? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this journey into the past as fascinating as we did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into lost worlds and ancient mysteries. Thanks for watching.
This book is your beginner's guide to understanding Scripture. Find peace, build relationships, and discover purpose in today's world. Ready to decode the Bible? Find Bible Decoded available on Amazon now.
If this content blesses you and you'd like to support our mission, you can buy me a coffee or give a super thanks. Every contribution helps us create more content to inspire and uplift others. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my future videos.